Welcome back to Wild Weekend's Wildlife Chronicles, where we take you along on real, unfiltered self-drive adventures through the Kruger National Park. If you love exploring the park at your own pace, on your terms, or capturing that perfect photograph, then you're in the right place. In this episode, we reflect on two memorable one-day self-drive trips through the southern reaches of Kruger. Trips filled with surprises, quiet moments, and the kind of sightings that remind us why self-driving is one of the very best ways to experience this incredible park. Our first trip took place on 7 June 2025, a special day for Stein and myself. We were joined by my mother who was visiting us, and sharing Kruger with her in real life felt truly rewarding. She's one of the main reasons why we document our journeys here on YouTube, so that she and all of you can join us in these magnificent encounters. But this time she experienced it firsthand, and you'll hear her excitement in the background as we go along. Thank you for joining us once again. Stick around until the end, because somewhere in this episode, nature has another lesson for us, one that speaks directly to us as families. We entered the park through Malelane Gate, taking one of our favorite routes past Gardena Height, continuing towards Skukuza, stopping at Lake Panic, and then looping back via the gravel road that runs past Biyamiti, Weir and Renoster Pan, eventually exiting again at Malelane Gate. It's a route that treated us well in the past. Diverse habitats, quiet roads, and always the potential of something unexpected, as you would see. Our first stop of the day was Gardena Height, a place that always delivers when there's water in the pan. On this winter's morning, we were greeted by a small group of impala coming down for a drink, their reflections shimmering on the still surface. A resident breeding pair of Egyptian geese were also out and about, enjoying the calm sunshine. Gardena is such a peaceful place to start the day, and it set a perfect tone for what was still to come. Just a few minutes after leaving the height, we were treated to this beautiful sighting. A pair of Bateleurs, male and female, perched in separate trees. Their colors, deep blacks, chestnut browns, and striking reds, are a true showcase of African beauty. Moments like these reminds us why Bateleurs remain one of our absolute favorite birds of prey. Our second stop was Lake Panic after a relaxing lunch at Skukuza. Even though the water levels were very low, Lake Panic never disappoints. It's one of those spots where there is always something happening. Whether it's the resident hippos, antelopes coming down cautiously to drink from the crocodile-infested waters, or the smaller birds flitting through the vegetation. This hide remains a vital lifeline for so many species. It's a place that rewards patience, and we love it for that. As we rejoined the tar road, we passed a culvert running beneath it, and on this day it had been transformed into a fully active hyena den. Hyenas often make clever use of these man-made structures. The concrete tunnels provide solid shelter, stable temperatures, and a surprisingly safe refuge for their vulnerable young. We stopped for a few minutes watching one of the youngsters who clearly had no intention of hiding. This little one was full of personality, bounding forward, retreating back into the shadows, sniffing the air and giving us those typical wide-eyed inquisitive looks that only young hyenas can pull off. Their playful, mischief energy is such a contrast to the reputation hyenas often have, and it's always a treat to witness. Moments like these, small, intimate and unscripted, are what make a self-drive day special. You're not just ticking off sightings, you're experiencing real behavior, real family dynamics, and real connection with the wild. We were incredibly fortunate to come across rhinos more than once during this day trip. As always, we will not reveal the exact location, but every time we are able to see these magnificent animals, we are reminded of how privileged we are. Seeing rhinos in the wild is something we never take for granted, and we hope you enjoy sharing these moments with us, even through your screen.
Yes, I do.
After a gentle closing moment with our hippo at Renoster Pan, the bush seemed to settle, but it was simply catching its breath, because the second self-drive visit delivers pure, uninterrupted Kruger action. Don't go anywhere. The next part of this episode is one that you will want to experience with us. We are back in the Kruger today. We waited about 40 minutes at the queue at Malelane Gate this morning. It was a long queue. It's school holidays. I expected to have delays at the gate this morning, but not that much. There's the sunrise. Not too cold this morning. Definitely not warm. Looking forward to a nice day in the Kruger. Entering here at Malelane Gate, going past Afsal, then towards Pretoriuskop, and then we'll decide from there. If day one ended with the calm reflections at Renoster Pan, day two had other plans. On the 29th of June 2025, we set out for another self-drive adventure, this time exploring the rugged and wildlife-rich southwestern regions of Kruger. From the rolling hills of Pretoriuskop to the iconic dams known for their elephant activity. This day turned into one of those journeys where every stop offered something new, surprising and unforgettable. So let's dive into day two, because Kruger truly showed off today. As we climbed the gentle ridges of the Ship Mountain, Shipberg Hills, we came across a large troop of baboons enjoying the early morning sunshine. They were spread across the rocks and bushes, busy foraging for seeds and insects. Every one of them focused, alert and on the move. While watching them, Stein noticed movement higher up the slope, and to our amazement, a big elephant was climbing the hillside, feeding on shrubs halfway up the ridge. The angle was steep, uneven and clearly uncomfortable, but this giant had made up its mind. Whatever was growing up there must have been worth the climb, reminding us once again just how determined elephants can be when they locate a valuable food source. Just want to show you something amazing here. Look at these hills. And here, halfway up on this mountain hill, is this elephant. Can you believe it? I had to climb here from the bottom here somewhere to get there. Really amazing. Just look at where he is now. We are here on the H22 from Afsal towards Pretoriuskop. This is the Ship Mountain where we encountered this big group of baboons here, obviously coming from the mountain. We could hear the guards calling from there at the top, or the lookouts calling. And what an amazing sighting with that elephant up against that mountain. To be able to climb up there with that bigger body over those rocks. What an amazing feat to accomplish. To think he can climb all the way there. I think for us as humans it would be difficult. Imagine how he had to struggle to get there and gonna struggle to get back. But it must be very, very sweet leaves there at the top, and amazing achievement for them to be able to do that with that size body. That bull was charging apparently another vehicle. He was inside the bushes and came charging out at us. There's two bulls. There were two bulls. I think the one was chasing the other one. I don't think they were chasing cars. I think they were chasing each other. Yeah, at Pretoriuskop camp for breakfast. Must say it was quite quiet from off-salt to here. Not much to see. Two solitary elephant bulls here crossing the road. They are so majestic. We are here at Shitave Dam, close to Pretoriuskop. There's some hippos here in the water. It's a lovely day today. Not warm at all. Temperature is about 23-25 degrees. What a lovely day to spend in the park. 3 young impala rams here, four young impala rams here, enjoying the short sweet grass. It's quite dry at the moment. It's winter in Kruger.
it's quite normal to have these dry conditions for this time of the year. And there's some nice green grass here on the edge of the dam that they are thoroughly enjoying.
Our first water stop for the morning was Shitave Dam, one of several well-known man-made dams in the Pretoriuskop region. These dams are magnets for wildlife, especially large elephant herds, and today was no exception. Just as we were about to leave, a group of elephants approached the water from behind us. Moments later, another group arrived from the same direction, all seeking relief from the rising heat. Interestingly, none chose to bathe today. They all drank deeply and moved on, suggesting they were on a determined mission across the landscape.
Two family groups of elephants there huddled together separately.
These are Napier boulders.
Transport dam. It's quiet here. These two elephants just arrived.
A short drive further along the H11 brought us to Renoster Dam, another iconic elephant hotspot. And the moment we arrived, we could see it was a busy one. Several vehicles were already parked, a clear sign that something special was happening, and rightfully so. Renoster Dam treated us to more beautiful elephant sightings. Apologies in advance for the low hum of idling engines in the footage, but we're glad that other visitors were able to enjoy the moment as much as we did.
I can understand these two impalas' nervousness. I will show you now why. Not the bird. Look at that massive crocodile sunning himself there. That's a big boy. Pity they didn't make the road all around this dam. Look at those. That drinking area there on the other side. Lots of antelope there, impala, zebra. Biyamiti Weir.
After leaving Transport Dam, we continued south past Biyamiti Weir on the S114 towards Malelane. As we passed James Pan, we spotted yet another large troop of baboons spread around the water. It's funny how Kruger can work. Some days you won't see a single baboon, and today we encountered two massive troops in totally different regions. And this brings us to our lessons from nature for this episode. When we look at a baboon troop, we're not just watching wildlife, we're watching a family, one that isn't all that different from our own. In a baboon family you will find a strong parental figure maintaining order, keeping the peace and guiding the group, just like a mother or father making sure everyone is safe and cared for. Grandparents and elders, slower but wiser, who hold knowledge and experience that the whole family benefit from. Mothers, patient and protective, constantly teaching, nurturing and keeping their little ones out of trouble. Teenagers, full of energy, challenging the rules, testing boundaries and learning life lessons as they grow, much like our kids finding their place in the world. Youngsters and babies, curious, playful and always exploring, relying on the rest of the family for guidance and safety. And just like in our families, every member has a role. They don't go to jobs to earn a living, but their ways are still structured around responsibilities. Finding food, protecting one another, learning from elders, and helping keep the family moving forward. You'll even see the equivalent of that one family member who always keeps an eye out, the lookout, watching over the group and sounding the alarm if there's danger nearby. What becomes clear is that baboons survive not because they are the strongest as individuals, but because they are strong as a family. Their unity, cooperation, and shared responsibility are what keep them alive. And in many ways, it mirrors the way our own families work behind the scenes, supporting one another through each day. It's a simple reminder from nature that just like baboons, we thrive when we stick together, learn from our elders, protect our young, and value the strength of family. And once again, the animal we seem to be luckiest with made several appearances today, the rhino. We saw them 3 separate times, and every sighting felt like a privilege. Observing these magnificent animals in their natural habitat is something we will never take for granted. If you also have a lucky animal in the Kruger, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. What an incredible day in Kruger, filled with unforgettable sightings and precious moments with the wildlife. We are so grateful that you joined us on this adventure. Your support means the world. If you enjoyed traveling with us today, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for free, and tap the bell icon set to all so you won't miss a future episode. Every click helps us continue sharing these amazing self-drive experiences and lessons from nature with you. To all our subscribers and loyal viewers, thank you for being part of our While We Can Wildlife Chronicles family. Your encouragement and love for the wild inspire us every day. Stay tuned for the next adventure. Kruger has so much more to show, and we can't wait to explore it together. God bless.